Plaintiff Lynn McIntyre claims she started using cocaine when she was 14 years old, but she'd been sober for 8 years when she started dating the defendant. Lynn claims after they started dating, she relapsed, and she's suing him today for a refund on a car. Defendant Carl Burley says the reason Lynn broke up with him is because she wanted to date women. And despite Carl's repeated attempts at making the relationship work, Lynn kept pushing him away. Carl denies owing Lynn for anything.
Start with you.
I met Carl a few years back, two mutual friends, and to make a long story short, we started dating. We dated for about a year. Drug use came in the picture, and we both wanted to get clean. I'd been clean for 8 years, and sobriety was my priority. So mutually, we split up.
Clean from what?
Cocaine.
Smoking?
Yes. For me, it started out when I was 14.
Called crack.
Yeah.
Okay.
It started out for me when I was 14. My dad had actually shot me up with drugs. That's how I started out with my drugs.
Shot you up with what type of drug?
Cocaine. I've only used cocaine ever. So it was a long haul for me, long road. So sobriety was very important to me. So.
You were only living with your dad at 14?
I stayed with my mom growing up, but for 4 days I lived
As
with my dad.
of 14, you weren't?
Just for 4 days I stayed with my dad. So.
What's that?
Just for the 4 days, and that's all it took, yeah. I stayed with my dad.
Okay, did you go home and tell Mom?
Yeah, I ran away for a while, but yeah, I did tell her, yeah.
Okay, she didn't do anything?
Abuse, he was a very abusive man. She was
No, I'm
afraid.
saying she.
She didn't do anything, no.
She didn't call the police or nothing?
I ran away, so no.
Huh?
No, she did make a report, but I ran away, I ended up in juvenile.
All right, good enough. And you say the defendant was a drug user with you, or drug addict?
At the time, yeah.
Oh, okay. And you all split up when?
We only dated for about a year. Mm-hmm. So
What year was that?
2000, I want to say 12.
Okay. And you all were using crack together then?
At the time, yes.
All right. And you've been clean how long?
Since then, so about a 10-year period, I was only relapsed at one time.
Okay,
Yep.
good. Sir, what do you want to tell me?
The reason that we broke up basically is that she wanted to see other women, or actually wanted to be with women, preferred women over me.
Okay.
How'd
you find out?
She basically told me.
Okay, at
She
least
told
she's
me.
honest.
Yes. We had.
How did that happen? She just walked up to you one day out of the blue? Or?
Well, the fact is that I wanted a serious relationship with her, and she didn't want that.
She said, I don't want that. I want a woman.
Yeah,
Well,
basically.
okay.
Basically. She kept pushing me away, and I tried everything to please her. But she came up with all kinds of, mood swings and small issues to make them into a big fights, kicking me out.
Were you all
in the middle
using
of the night.
cocaine?
Yes, we were.
Well, then that's what that was.
Yeah.
That's what you do. That's what happens when you're a cocaine addict. You have mood swings. The next morning, you're mad with everybody.
Yeah. So
Till
I mean,
you
that's
get your coke
where
again.
that's where it brought us. That's where it brought us on that.
Okay.
I couldn't deal with that anymore. So.
All right. You been sober for a while, or what's your deal?
Yeah, on and off actually. I can't say I've been totally sober. No.
Okay. You've been trying to get
Yes, I
clean?
have. I've been doing very good too. We all have a relapse.
What have you been doing to try?
Just staying away from the people that were,
All right.
issued with it. So
If that works for you, fine.
Yep.
But if it doesn't,
I've been through a rehab as well.
Pardon?
I've been through a rehab as well.
There you go. You've tried that way. All right. I don't come down on folks who are trying. Come in here and somebody say, yeah, he stole my stuff, Your Honor, just 30 days ago. Well, I ain't on crack. I ain't smoked no crack in 2 years. I just stole the stuff because I just wanted to eat some food. Then I'm going to call you a crackhead. Crackhead, go to rehab. You know you're on crack. People get mad when I say that, but I'm trying to shame the person into being honest and go to rehab. Yep. When they come in and they've been trying, I call you recovering addicts.
That's right.
Now,
Never quit quitting.
that's right. Never stop stopping. $3,900 on a car. How does he owe you for that?
Your Honor, I bought a car from him in 2014 that had overheating issues. But he agreed to fix some certain parts on the car for me at no cost and correct the problem in a timely manner. So the week that I bought the car, he did do the repairs. I Had the same problem a week or two later, came back to him. He bled out my radiator hose, which he'd been doing to the car for
What was the problem?
overheating.
He had a cracked head.
Oh, a blown head gasket.
It had a cracked head?
Cracked head.
It was a crackhead, the car.
Yeah.
He's saying there was a crack in the engine head.
Correct.
The head gasket.
Correct. Got it in trouble.
You're right about, you know what you're talking about.
One of those cars.
All right, pass the habit on to the car. All right. So it was overheating, you're saying, when
Yeah.
you first purchased it.
Yeah.
And then he said, I'll fix that.
He fixed a lot of issues on the car. 2 months down the road, I couldn't drive it very far at all.
Had the overheating stopped?
No, never did. Well, I took it back to him so many times to bleed out the radiator hose, he actually showed me how to do it. So.
Okay, let me allow you to respond to that first.
Basically, is what she said is true, is the fact that I did do a bunch of the repairs on it. It was an overheating problem to begin with. Okay, I'd put a water pump on it, intake gasket on it, thermostat, replaced the radiator on it. Seemed to take care of the problem at the time. The vehicle was running good, and that's when I'd let it go to her. And it actually made the sale. And like she said, it was more like a month later where she had it started to overheat again.
What did you tell her, or what did you do then, if anything?
Basically, is to bleed out the system. Is what's happening. Is there was an air pocket getting in the system, which would therefore cause it to overheat. And once you were to bleed the system out again and fill it with antifreeze, it was okay again.
Okay.
Now,
Did she come back later?
yes,
How long after that?
it was just a couple weeks after that.
And saying what?
The same problem with the air pocket.
Okay.
No.
What'd you do then?
I basically just bled it out again for her, which was basically just prolonging it
Prolonging what?
for the fact that it was going to happen again.
And what's
I
the
took-
result? If that keeps happening to a car, what is the end result?
The head gasket or a cracked head.
Okay. And what do you say? Okay. All right. So you turn your car into a crackhead. So what are you suing for?
As of March, this was in February, that I couldn't drive it any longer. I could drive it for short periods, and it would literally start.
Because of the head
out of
gasket.
yes.
Let's see what you have. You have your hands on
Oh.
something. What is that?
He agreed to pay it back in March.
He agreed to pay the money back?
Yeah.
I've never agreed to pay the money back.
Okay, that's not what's on here.
No, that's the
Right.
bill of sale.
Okay,
That's
this is the bill of sale. Repairs agreed to be completed at no labor cost due to overheating issues. Now, what's your defense, sir?
Defense is it's an as-is sale. I did the repairs I said I was going to do, and after that it's as is. I mean,
And you're right, typically. Problem here is, it was as is with the condition that I'm going to cure this problem of overheating.
with the condition that I would do the work that was listed there.
Yeah, you would do it.
And which I
That's
did
the
comply to.
condition. Pardon me?
Which I complied to. I
Yeah, but
did
you
all
did,
the work
you
that
did
was
it in an
supplied there.
effort to overcome the overheating, but you did not. You did not overcome the overheating. The head gasket broke because the overheating never stopped. And you on here said, I'm going to fix the overheating. And you didn't. Judgment for the plaintiff, $3,900. Have a good day.
We're actually good friends still. I hope.
Yes.
He's a good guy other than the issue that we had.